Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Okay, so today I will probably have unmatched energy because I'm so freaking excited to be making a YouTube video. It's been too long and I've truly missed it. So I was like, today I get off work at noon, I am freaking making a YouTube video. So that brings us where we are now. So with that being said, let's just get into it. Today is going to be a little funsy thing. I decided I'm gonna go over all my October and November reads, which there's a good bit. I did pretty good. So yeah, we're gonna go over all of my reads for those 2 months because you guys don't know what I've read because I haven't been here. Okay, so for those 2 months in total, we have 19 books. So some of them I own, some of them I don't. So the ones that I don't, I'll just throw a picture up on the screen and we'll talk about it, see how I felt about it, all that fun jazz, so we can see if I can recommend any books to you guys or, you know, whatever the case may be. We're gonna start with my October reads. That is what we're doing, okay? So that is these. Goodness gracious, somebody please put me in line. Okay, so let's get into it. There are some books in here that I really freaking loved. There are some books in here that really let me down. Let's start with, oh my God. Okay, so I started 2 new series in the month of October, and wow, am I obsessed with literally both of them. They have both became my favorite series. I cannot wait to get further into them. I'm actually currently reading one book in one of the series. So let's start with Shatter Me Baby. Oh my God. Guys, oh my God. People have been screaming at me to read this book for months and months and months. And I was never eager to pick it up. So I was just yeah, I'll get to it. I cannot believe that this book has been sitting on my shelf for over a year. And I just didn't know that I was going to fall completely and utterly in love with it. Oh my God, if you have not read this book, girl. I'm being so serious right now. I didn't think I was gonna love it as much as I do, but I do. So I recommend this series 100 times over. I've been buddy reading this series with Tiara and Noor. I'll put their handles here. But Noor actually joined in with Ignite Me. She had already read these, so she kind of just waited around until we read them. And oh my God, it was so much fun. We were literally texting 24/7, what page are you on, so I can scream. Oh my God, it's so good. And I really need to stop talking about this book before I end up talking about it the whole time. But it was so good. This series has stolen my heart. Next book we're gonna talk about, we'll go ahead and get the bad one out the way. Okay, so it's very disappointing, very, very disappointing that I didn't like this book because it's beautiful. The title is beautiful. I love it. I was so freaking excited. I thought it was gonna be 5 huge stars for this book, and I was utterly let down. And I hate to say that, but I was. So definitely please let me know what your thoughts were on this book. I don't know. I can't remember why I didn't like it because it was over a month ago, but I can't remember. I did not like it at all. Okay, and of course I have the special edition. Bro, if you're watching this, my brother bought me this book for my birthday. I still am drooling over it, and I drool over it every single day because, oh my God, look at it. I should have grabbed the case, but it's so cute. It's so freaking cute, but oh my God, the book I didn't like it. And I hate talking bad about books, so can we just move on? Thank you. Next, okay, so you're about to notice that Michaela has been on a series kick for a while now. A few weeks ago, or it must have been in October actually. Must have been. But I went and I made a list of all the series that I've started and what I have left in those series, and this freaked me out. I did not like it at all. That it stresses me out. I'm no. Because I only want to read one series at a time. What happened? I don't know, but I am in the middle of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 series, guys. So we're gonna move on to the next, so I stopped blabbing. The next is King of Pride by Miss Anna. This book was so odd to me. If you've read it, talk to me about it. How did you feel? I know a lot of people adore it, But to me, it just didn't feel, and obviously it was, but it didn't feel like Anna wrote this book. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, Kai was just so weird. I could not nail him down the entire time. Like, is he this nerdy, nice kid? Is he a normal Anna boy? Like, what boy? Man? What is he? Like, what? It just, he as a person did not make sense to me. Isabella, Isabella? I didn't really care for her either, which was so upsetting. But Kai, he just threw me for a freaking loop. I was like, dude, what are you? I feel like I'm like being so mean right now, but we're gonna get into the lovey-dovey in a second. But there is one book that we're gonna talk about, and you guys are gonna want to throw things at me, but please don't. So we're gonna ignore that for now. King of Greed, another one by Miss Anna. This one, I definitely remember enjoying this one more than King of Pride, but nobody has held a candle to Dante Russo yet. Like, come on. Like, Christian Harper owns my heart in the Twisted series, and so far in the King of Sin series, Dante's got it. And it's never the first one. I always like the other ones after, like, more than I like the first one, if that makes sense, because I feel like the author just progresses more and learns her story and, like, feels comfortable in it. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. It kind of shocks me that, like, I love the first one, but I haven't really felt too great about the other two, which is so sad because I've loved all of Anna's books, so, you know. But it just wasn't my thing. I don't know. He was okay. Dominic was okay. But Dante's just like, yes. Let's move on and get a little happy in here. Okay, if you guys know anything about me at all, it's that Ye freaking Hall, dude. I love Chestnut Springs. I love the cowboy vibes. I love all of it so much. When I first seen them on Instagram, I was like, nah, I'm good. Cowboys, bet. No, not for me. Boy, was I wrong. Hello, Eatons. Okay, so wonderful. I love Chestnut Springs so freaking much. Powerless was so good. But let me tell you something about it. It was so good. I'm not about to say anything horrible about it. But anyway, we follow Sloane and Jasper in this story, and obviously Sloane is our little dancing queen, and Jasper plays hockey, okay? So I love hockey due to Elle Kennedy. She stole my heart with hockey. It was so good. I loved it. So I was like, oh my God, there's hockey in this book. I'm so freaking excited. Do not let that be a reason you read this book. If you're not otherwise interested, which how can you not be? But if like that's the only reason you're reading this book is because there's hockey in it, don't, because barely. But I still freaking loved it. So I mean, it didn't really matter, but I do love hockey. So I was kind of like upset that there wasn't more of it in the book, but it was still an amazing freaking read nonetheless. I can't take anything away from it. It's so good. Jasper was so cute. Sloane was amazing. I loved them both so much, and I literally want to go back so bad. Okay, and get this shit, okay? So for years, I have been told, watch the Harry Potter movies. They're amazing, da-da-da-da-da, and I'm just like, no. I've been told since I've got on Bookstagram, read the Harry Potter books. They're so good, and then you can watch the movies. Yay, and I'm just like, no. But, you know, with Star Wars, I was always like, no. And then my boyfriend finally got me to watch all the movies, and oh my God, so good, okay? I love it. I always trash talked it, and then I watched it, ended up loving it. So I'm like, okay, but what if I'm doing the same thing with Harry Potter? And my dad was like, you are. Harry Potter is so good. Shut up, read it and watch it. Like, oh my God, I've been trying to tell you this. And I was like, okay. But yeah, don't really have to say much more, do I? My apartment people just called me telling me they're having a shindig in the park this week. Not me, girl. I'll be inside reading. Okay, but anyway, back to Harry Potter. Oh my God, guys. Like, oh my God. I get so giddy about this series. I ended up reading it and freaking loving it. I either gave it 4.5 or 5, but I really feel like I gave it 5 just because it freaking grabbed me. And let me tell you something about me. I don't do long chapters. I don't do them at all. And on my Kindle, each chapter was 20 to 30 minutes long. And I didn't care. I literally did not care at all. I was happily reading these 30-minute long chapters. That says something in itself. That's how good it is. Like, I can't stop. It's so good. And then we watched the movie. Freaking amazing. But of course I was sitting on the couch, you know, that's not in the book. That's in the book. That's not in the book. Because who doesn't do that? Like, come on, be honest with yourself. But it was so, so good. So good. Like, I need to get back soon. I said that about the last 2 books, but like, I love those series so much. I feel like everybody has read Harry Potter, but there's also people like me. So, girl, stop kidding yourself. Go get it. Read it. Love it. Mwah. So let's move on. Let's do this shindig. So I actually have these in order because November was yesterday, so I remember. So in November, we continued. I must have read Shatter Me late in October because I know I picked this up like way soon after. Me and Tiara just could not wait. It's so good. It's so good. Oh wait, I didn't read this next. I joked ya. I read Destroy Me, which is the novella. I read that and I loved it so much. If you don't read the novellas, I strongly suggest that you do because it's a nice little viewpoint, a different viewpoint. So it's super nice and I love Destroy Me. Like I ate it up so fast. And then obviously I went and I read Unravel Me. I feel like I'm doing this right. Am I not? No, Unravel Me was before Destroy Me. Oh lordy, I can't remember which one goes first. Okay, so yes, I lied. I read Destroy Me first. This is going so great for me. Okay, so I read Destroy Me, okay, and then I turned around and I read Unravel Me. Yay, we're back on track. Okay, so this one was so good. Loved it, ate it up also. Like, these books, like, I just can't express how much I fell deeply in love with the Shatter Me universe, and it's just so good, and I think you should too. It's so good. We continue in this book with Juliet, and we see what's going on. So much is going on, but it just gets so freaking fun in this book, and it's just like, you're gasping, you're crying, you're swooning, literally all the emotions, right? And then after that, I turned around and I read Fracture Me. Yes, see, I'm doing good now. So we read Fracture Me, which, I'm gonna be honest, this novella, I didn't like it as much as Destroy Me. You know why if you've read them, but it just wasn't, I was just like, shut up. So yeah, it just wasn't my favorite, but it was okay. And then this is where I need you to try your hardest to hold on to your pitchforks or your tomatoes or whatever it is that you're about to want to throw at me. Please don't. I hate it just as much as you do, girl, but oh my God. I read it. Go me. I didn't like it at all. At all. I think I gave it 2 stars. Took me 600 pages, 700 pages to feel any emotion towards the book, except for please shut up, Nessa, you're so annoying. Which, yes, that was, I did go into this book not liking Nessa at all, so I was scared, but a lot of people were like, oh, well, I didn't like her either, and then I read this book and I love her. That's not me, unfortunately. Like, she almost had me, she really did, and then she was like, oh, yeet, and then I was like, yeah, you're on my shit list. I just don't like you. I don't like her at all. Ugh, I hate how much I hated this book. I really do. And I don't really want to talk about it a lot, so 2 stars. That hurts to say. Goodbye. I'm not even going to talk about it anymore. Okay, so let's get back into good spirits. So I picked up The Chamber of Secrets, and because like this series is just so good, I want to keep going. Like I said, long chapters again, but I didn't care. That has never happened to me before. Like, these long chapters, I freaking cared. I cared a lot. I was like, please, please, please stop. And it's like it never did. Like, look at that. That's insane. That was such an ugly face, but you get what I'm trying to say right now. But, yay, I love this one so much. Looking back at it, because like Adam asked me, he was like, which one do you like more? And I couldn't, like, I didn't even answer him because I have no idea. But looking back, Chamber of Secrets was probably my favorite just because it gets so exciting and it was so fun. There were so many different things in it, different spells, new stuff, and it was just so fun. The first one was also really fun because it was the story building and learning the universe. Yeah, I guess I can't pick a favorite. It's just so fun. Keeps you on your toes. Always something new and crazy happening. So if you want a fun read, definitely get that series. So good. I'm gonna pick up the 3rd one probably this month because I need it back. Then Noor came in with Ignite Me, and me, Tiara, and Noor read this one. 5-star read. 5 freaking star read. It was so good. We just keep getting further and further into the story, and more things just keep unraveling. More plans are being made. Different things are happening. It is insane, dude. I swear. Oh my God. It's so good. So good. Like, please take that away from this video. Shatter Me. Like, if you've read it and you didn't really like it, you probably think I'm crazy, but I swear to God, like, I'm being so completely real with you right now, and I'm probably over exaggerating because this book just gets me giddy and energized, and I just want to talk about it. So here you go. But yeah, like, truly, I did not know that this book was literally going to grab me by the throat and keep me. Like, I think about it all the time. All the time. It's so good. Please read this book. Please read all of them. Oh my God. I feel like I should probably tell you guys what these books are about, but like, I'm so bad at that. I just talk about how I feel about them and that you should read them. Yeah. Am I doing this YouTube thing wrong? Who knows? So yeah, it's dystopian. Dystopian. We're in this new world where there's a new government and they're not really doing good for the people. So this girl that's been locked away for her powers wants to do something about it, and bam, she does. I mean, come on now. Next, we're going to go into another Chestnut Springs, babe. So this one is about Theo and Winter. And I know a lot of people don't like redemption novels, but Winter has my heart. I feel bad for her. Like, the things that she has went through, she deserved Theo. Like, come on. I love it, and I love her. They were so perfect together. Everybody knows that that's who it is. Like, that's not a spoil, is it? It's just so freaking fun. Theo, we hear about him a lot in the first book because he is Rhett's apprentice, or whatever you want to call it. And he rides bulls, all that fun jazz. And he's just like this super, super adorable MMC that we just fall in love with. And Winter is a nurse or doctor or something in the medical field. And she, like, had the worst husband ever, and she's like dipping on him, and she comes to Chestnut Springs, and we get to see what happens when she's in Chestnut Springs with her sister, and yeah, and we get a cute little story, and I love it so much. So yes, I think I will pick up Hopeless soon because I hate finishing my series that I love, but I have to finish them because it's stressing me out how many I have going on. So probably read Hopeless soon. Speaking of things stressing me out that are unfinished, I finished a DNF. Hook, line, and sinker. It sunk for me. I hate that, but it did. I did not. Like, I thought that the timing that I read it was just off, and I shouldn't have tried to read while in LA trying to do vacation at the same time. But it was not that. I didn't like this one. And that sucks for me because I absolutely loved Piper and Brendan's story. It happened one summer. Adored it, ate it up. It was like so good. But this one just, I don't know, something about Fox and Hannah just did not grab me the way I needed it to. So it just wasn't my fave, but I did finish it. So this girl has no more DNFs. What? We got 3 Kindle reads. So we'll talk about those in a second. And it's funny because they're all from the same author. What? Crazy. So I actually got my first PR box like a week ago, I think. A week or 2 ago. And oh my God, it was so cute. I had so much fun like receiving it, unwrapping it, everything. And I was so excited. So that was super cool. This isn't even the book that like was supposed to come in the PR box, but she sent me an extra book for Christmas. And it's a Christmas romance. I was itching to get into the Christmas spirit a little early, but I didn't know which one I wanted to read. But Miss Anne Marie sent me this beautiful, beautiful Second Chance with the Billionaire. I was so excited to get these. Oh my God. If you haven't seen my reel on Instagram, you have to go look at it because it was the cutest PR box ever. I was so stoked. This book honestly like had me, like I was freaking out. Like I was stressing for the character Hannah, because like, girl, who's gonna tell her? Like, who's gonna tell this girl? Somebody please tell her, because I caught on like the first chapter. Come on, girl, you have to catch this. Like, how do you not see it? Read it and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Like, I was stressed out, but I had fun reading it. It was a cute little Christmas read. It got me in the feels of Christmas. And Logan was honestly such a great guy. So applause to him for being an amazing guy. and so sweet to Hannah. And just, they have this history. It's always scary when you have history. You never know how it's gonna go. So she goes home for the holidays, and she has this stressed relationship with her mom, and next door is the guy that she dated when she was younger, like head over heels for, and like they went their separate ways. Something big happened, and she doesn't understand why it happened. We don't really know the full story of what happened until he tells us, and it's just crazy. Like, there's all this drama, but also all this like rebuilding relationships, and I like figured out that I really like that, like the mending bridges. But yeah, I think I gave 3 stars to The Second Chance with the Billionaire. I keep wanting to say a billionaire, but it's the Billionaire because he is the guy. So thank you, Anne, for sending me this. I really liked it, and I really loved the box. It was so cute. I was about to say that's it, but I'm lying. How do I keep forgetting? Okay, so I feel like in all my videos that I talk about my reads, at the end of the video, I start being more specific of what happens in the book, and I need to start remembering to talk more about what happens in these books and not just how I feel. But anyway, we're gonna go over these last 3 reads, which were all Frida McFadden. I don't know how to say her last name, please don't hate me. But they were all Frida books, and I love Frida. Like, oh my god. The Housemaid duology, so good. So good. Loved it so much. So yeah, me and Nora were like, we need more Frida. We need a thriller. We need something to put us on our toes and keep us guessing. And we text each other all these theories, what we're thinking, all this stuff, like, okay, this chick's crazy, or this dude's crazy, or whatever the case may be. It's just so fun to be able to like buddy read thrillers with somebody, because you're just bouncing ideas back and forth, like, oh, I didn't think of that, or that's what I was thinking, girl. You know, like, it's just fun. So we read first The Gift by Frida. Like, me and Nora just talked about this yesterday. It was good, but it was weird. Like, it was super weird. We were questioning the female main character like the whole time, like, girl, how does your brain work? Like, that's weird. It was so weird, but it was also good. So Stella is like super excited this Christmas season. So this was like another Christmas read, Christmas thriller. So fun. So Stella was like looking to get Justin the absolute perfect gift this year because it was their anniversary, and she just wanted to celebrate and just be extra with it. But that girl is broke. Like, she dead broke. She ain't got no money. So she's waitressing one night at her job, and she sees this like strange old lady sitting in the corner, and she's like, yo, get a look at this. What is this chick doing? And so she approaches her. But I think the old lady like overhears her discussing like how she really wants to get Justin something, but she doesn't know what to get him, and it needs to be perfect. She doesn't have a lot of money, da 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 da. And this old lady's like, well, yo, I got a proposition for you. I own this shop. Come and we'll see what we can figure out. And Stella's like, girl, I just told you I'm broke. And she's like, I just told you we'll work something out. So she goes to the shop and she gets her husband a gift, and you have to see what it is and how that goes down. It was super freaking weird. So weird. Okay, but anyway, the next one I read by Frida was The Perfect Son. And okay, so I actually really enjoyed this one. It was so fun. And like the plot twist, I was like, what? Erica is the mom in the book, and she has this older son, and he's just the star child. He's absolutely perfect, but like something's wrong with this dude. But she always like, she's super concerned. Like, it's weird because she thinks he's so perfect, but she also thinks he has this dark and disturbed way about him, and that like he does things that he should not be doing. She's like, okay, he's perfect, but he's also dark and like weird. But, you know, what can you do? And then one day something happens, and she's like, oh my God, what if it was my kid that did this? So she's freaking out. She has to figure out, like, did he do this? Is he the one responsible for it? And how far will she go to protect him, or to figure out, like, what's going on? Did he do this? You know, what? That was my question the whole time. Like, what? Just doesn't make sense. I don't want to believe it, but it's like, what? And like, we couldn't stop reading. We just needed to know. Like, I read a chapter on break at work, and I had to go back to work, and literally for the rest of the day I was thinking about the book and what was gonna happen, and I was just like, oh my God, dude, I need to know more. And it was so fast-paced. It wasn't long at all, and I wanted like a short, quick read. It was so good. I definitely recommend that one. I can't remember what I rated it, but I know it was good. Okay, and last but not least is another Frida book, and it was The Locked Door. That is Dr. Nora Davis. She has this huge secret that literally nobody knows about, And it is that her dad was arrested 26 years ago when she was a kid for literally locking people in the basement and murdering them, kidnapping, you know, torturing, all that crazy stuff. He, like, I think it was over 30 women that he ended up doing, and like nobody knew the whole time. It was like, what? So she, like, obviously she starts over. Her father's in prison for life. He's never gonna see the light of day again. So she's just like, okay, I'm just gonna start over, you know, whatever, try to forget this, until weird things start happening. And like the police are coming around and she's like freaking out. But like, okay, so what the synopsis says, because I don't want to spoil anything, but it says, even though her father is in the prison for the rest of his life, it's quite obvious throughout the locked door that the sins of her father has affected her. So like, she's not completely normal, obviously. Like, her dad was a serial killer. She's got some issues, and we just get to see like what her issues are. And I thought I had it figured out, and I was like, that's golden. I love that that's who it was. But she switched it up on me and I didn't like it. I had a lot of reviews of that book that said that they just thought the plot twist was far-fetched and way out of left field, and that they didn't really enjoy what the plot twist was, you know? So yeah, that's about it. But I started Harry Potter and Shatter Me, guys. Oh my god, so exciting. So yeah, that's it. I hope from this video that you have some new recommendations that you want to read. Shatter Me. Or, you know, whatever. I'm gonna try to get better for real about making the time to make YouTube videos, because they make me happy. Like, it's not like I have to make them. I like making them. I enjoy it and it's fun. And then I love posting them and seeing what you guys have to say. It's just so fun to me. So thank you guys for watching. I love you guys so, so much. Have a great week and read plenty and plenty of books. Need to breathe for a second. Oh. Okay, now that I have my freaking brain figured out, this novella just screwed me up because I was like, I'm missing a book. I said 19, but there was one on there twice, so there's actually only 18. I was still missing a book and I was like, what the heck? So I literally like started counting all of them, and then I looked at it and I was like, oh, I feel like a dumbass. But it's fine. So we're going to start with September, October, November. No. Y'all probably think I'm so stupid. Oh my god.